Welcome, everyone, to your weekly reading. This is where we look at the next 7 days and see what to expect, and we'll get any messages and guidance that wants to come through as well. So, as usual, let's start off with setting our intention for the week. So, I did anoint this candle with manifestation oil. So, what is something you would like to manifest this week? Something you'd like to experience? Let's get clear on our intention. We'll light this candle, burn it all the way through, send it out to the universe. Exciting, we're using 3 brand new decks today, including this one, but let's draw a card for each group so you can use your intuition to choose which reading is best for you. What is the card for group number 1? We have card number 33, Slow Down. What is the card for group number 2? Card number 49, Work with Your Healers. What is the card for group number 3? Card number 36, Let Go. All right, so here are 3 groups. Again, use your intuition. Maybe it's the image, the words, the number, the colors, or just an overall feeling you have. So you can pause the video if you need more time. There's timestamps and chapters down below, and I will see you in your reading. Welcome, group number 1, to your reading. You are drawn to this card here. Before we get started, I just want to take a moment and say thank you. Thank you all so much for being here. You're all so welcome, so loved in this space. Thank you to your spirit guides, to my spirit guides for assisting with the reading today. And thank you, Spirit, for your clear and accurate messages. What is going on the next 7 days for group number 1? You're drawn to this card for a reason. Maybe you're feeling that desire to slow down for things, just to be at a slower pace, to rest this week. But we'll see how this fits into the rest of your cards here. Could definitely be some guidance coming through to rest. Take care of yourself. But let's see. Spirit, what's going on the next 7 days for group number 1? Simplicity. Wow, slow down, simplicity, get back to the basics is what's coming through. How beautiful is this card? Get back to the basics. I feel like maybe we've been overcomplicating things, overly busy, overthinking things. Spirit's calling us to come back to the basics here. Like, first of all, with like rest, make sure you're getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, making time for some fun as well, social time. Or maybe you're needing just to go within. Maybe you've been overly social lately. But getting back to the basics is something coming through here. Let's get more cards. Tell us more, please, Spirit. Cards are stuck together. I guess we're going to take 2 for you from this one. Home. I think Spirit's making it very clear, group number 1, that you're going to be spending more time at home, going within, resting this week. I don't think it's going to be an overly busy week, which isn't a bad thing. I think it's needed. Spending time at home, maybe even cleaning your house, getting that rest, making it feel more like a sanctuary, just being in your safe space. And then we have card number 12, spinning. And look, it's interesting. She looks like she's definitely in her home because there's like the bed behind her. But with this is a brand new deck, so I haven't read the guidebook or anything like that. But I know there's symbolism here with spinning, with weaving. It's like creating our own reality. I feel like Spirit's calling group number 1 to slow down this week, to go within and to think about what you really want, to get clear on your goals, like maybe do some introspection this week and see what's been going on. How about we look in the guidebook for this one too? Just as I mentioned that, I feel like there's a reason. I feel like it came out stuck. At first, when it came out stuck, I thought they'd just be 2 consecutive cards, but no, those came out stuck for a reason. They, because we number 1, number 12. Okay, let's see. Where is? So this is the fairy tale heroine, and this is the new one by Rebecca Campbell and then Sonia Choquette. Okay. I have different like shapes, different. All right, let's read this. In myths and fairy tales, spinning is connected to women's magic and especially to the mysteries of creation and transformation. Characters like the 3 Fates in Greek mythology, the 3 Norns in Scandinavian mythology, and Mother Hull in the German fairy tale tradition are archetypal creatrixes, quite literally spinning the world into being. In many European fairy tales, the act of spinning is a catalyst for magic and so can attract otherworldly beings. However, not all of these beings are benign, and their help is often costly. In such stories, spinning is a test or a task that's set for the heroine, and it must be completed with the use of magic, such as spinning straw into gold, or in record time. But if she doesn't have the skill, and few heroines do, then the task may be completed with the assistance of an otherworldly character who's attracted to her. In Northern English and Scottish fairy tales, this character might be a magical old woman named Habitrot and her spinning sisters. In German stories, we might find homunculus-like characters such as Rumpelstiltskin. But the stakes around receiving help are often high, and the heroine isn't careful and wary. Much can be taken from her in return. So the question here is, what do you need to spin into being in your world today? What needs to be created, and who will help you to achieve it? Yeah, I feel like you guys have been working really hard, going at it, and you're being called to rest this week. And also think about, who can I ask for help? Can I delegate some tasks? Can I, let some things go or let some people in? Like, who can help me? What can I let go of? How can I rest? And how can I achieve things in a more simple manner and less complicated way? I think by resting, by going within, you're going to get some clear answers on that this week. Let's get some more cards for you. Interesting. I like hearing those tales. Let's get Conjure card. Will that fit up there? I don't know, since you got an extra card. I think so. And then we'll get into the tarot and other oracle cards next. Spirit, tell us more about the week ahead for group number 1. This card came out recently for another, was it last week's reading? We have the teeth here. It's in reverse. It's interesting. I was like, maybe that's my pile, because I've had a lot of dental work. My last thing was yesterday. I'm like, oh, good. Maybe it's finally done. I had to get, it doesn't matter. But I know someone else, at least one person watching the reading was like, I had to get dental work too. But let's see what the guidebook says for this. I know there's a lot of, it's pretty common to dream of like losing teeth. And that could be maybe like worrying something about fears here. Oh, I flipped right to the page, which is always a sign. So, fallen teeth, the 7 of clubs. There's an old saying in the hills, some don't smile, they just show teeth. Okay, so since if it was upright, this would mean there's trouble caused by the opposite sex. To dream of teeth falling out is a sign that you will lose money. But reversed, which yours is, the 7 of clubs brings a lighter tone that shows your doubts and worries will be overcome after some time and may predict a journey over water. Yeah, the things you've been worried about, Spirit's like, it's going to be okay. Like, I think you're overcomplicating things like doing too much maybe, and you're being called to just slow down, work on your nervous system, work on regulating that, and feeling better, and then everything will be okay. Sometimes when we're not rested very much, we have too much on our plate, just things seem worse than they are, or our anxiety is heightened here. So things will get better. That's pretty much with some rest and simplifying things. Tell us more about the week ahead, please. The Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, I see this as you spending time alone with yourself, maybe with your pets, like with who you live with. I feel like there is, look at, oh my gosh, right? There's a snail here, and there's a little baby snail in this image. Spirits, spirits really emphasizing slowing down, spending time at home, spending time with yourself this week. That is how you will really find solutions to the issues you've been having, especially if it's financial or work or anything like that. But this card also says like slowing down, even though it might not seem like it, will bring you the clarity you need to build more abundance, to have more freedom to figure out whatever's going on. Yes. Snails, like we're going to be drawing like an animal spirit. I don't even know if a snail's in there, but you definitely have snail energy. Like it's crazy that snail is not a common image in these decks. Wow. Slowing down. And then we have the King of Pentacles in reverse and the Page of Wands. Court cards. So for astrology, we'll get more astrology. Wow, we have another court card here and another. You know what's really interesting here? I think we have the Kings in reverse because Kings is masculine energy and the masculine is doing, achieving, planning, discipline, consistency, all of that. And I think they're in reverse because this week you are slowing down. You're going within. We have the Queen of Cups here. You're going within, you're resting, you're doing introspection, reflection, really calming your nervous system, like getting in touch with your body, with your emotional world. And by that, like by the end of the week, I feel like you're going to be able to be recharged and ready for a new chapter, ready to conquer whatever it is. So tap into your feminine. But for astrology, we have earth energy, fire energy, water energy coming through. We pretty much have it all. We'll draw an astrology card in a few moments to see, who will be in your life. But maybe it is that. But I think these cards are coming out mostly to emphasize the energy of the week and what you're being called to do. I think we're a little off center. I'll fix that in a second. Let's get one more. And then we have the Five of Cups here. Yeah, this is really looking to the past. Like maybe there's been an overemphasis on what hasn't worked, what, maybe grieving a little bit. And that's fine. But maybe when we're in this energy of still being grieving, I think you're being called to slow down so you can process some emotions. So you can do that introspection and really, figure things out, get in touch with yourself, and maybe understand why certain things are going on right now. I think this is going to be a really healing week for group number 1 here. Hold on, let me. I don't know if you hear that, but my cat has come up to be with us. Sorry, I feel like it's still off center. For group number 1, it's always. I always have to adjust a little bit more. I apologize. Thank you. I want to make sure you guys can see everything. So, yeah, going within, doing that healing work, it's going to be really beneficial for you this week. And I really feel like by the end of the week, you're going to feel really recharged and get a lot of clarity on how to move ahead. You're going to realize by the end of the week that there's still opportunities that exist. There's still so much good, so much abundance in the world here. Spirit, tell us more about the week ahead, please, for group number 1. Expectation. Why is this card shows up when we're just, we're waiting for things to change, hoping for things to change. This also could be a sign that maybe some of you guys are worried about something. You're waiting for a result. You're waiting on something, and that could be causing some stress. And Spirit is saying, it's time. to slow down here. And we have judication. Maybe, yeah, there's something here with like waiting on a decision, waiting. This could be maybe something legal, or waiting on someone to get back to you on something, waiting to hear back about a job, waiting to hear back about this or that. Like, and I think it's causing some stress here. So I think that's why Spirit's giving a lot of more guidance this week to group number one. I feel like, again, this is the week of going within. It's not a lot of external stuff this week, but by doing this, you're going to really, by next week, you're going to have a lot more energy, a lot more clarity to make changes in your outer world. Okay, let's see. We have the lily here. And on the bottom, we have the woman. Look, it's like these two cards kind of look similar, like looking out the window and longing for something. But a lot of times when we have a person card, man or woman, this is, general reading. So I just see this as like you mostly. It could be a woman in your life, but I see maturity coming this week, being more connected to your spirituality. The lily can talk about maturity. That's why that's coming up. But feeling more in touch with yourself, with your emotional world. Like, looks like she has a journal right there. I feel like getting in touch again with doing that introspection and reflection. One way Spirit's really suggesting you do that is by journaling and spending that time alone in contemplation and reflection, going within. I think you're going to get a lot of clarity, and it's going to bring a lot more peace and harmony into your life as well, that Lily is predicting here. Tell us more, please. We have fulfillment of wishes. It did come out in reverse here. So I think something Spirit wants you to contemplate. I think there's this energy, a lot of people in this group, you're feeling grief because something didn't work out in the past. And then the bottom, we'll place this out here in a moment, but Spirit wants you to contemplate that, like, there's been a lot of energy, or you're carrying around a lot with you, like things didn't work out, you're upset about it. Maybe it was a relationship or a job or whatever, maybe life just hasn't happened the way you wanted, and it's been keeping you down, and you've been holding on to those emotions, and Spirit's calling you to really think about that, and how can you integrate what you've learned from those things? Because by spending time really integrating that, by going within, you're going to find the way through. You're going to overcome any obstacles and challenges by the end of the week. But it really is coming through by you going within and doing that, the inner work, that reflection. And just because things didn't work out in the past, Spirit's like, it doesn't mean it can't in the future. There's still opportunities and abundance waiting for you. Sometimes we just need to make the choice to move forward, to keep going, to not give up, to believe in ourselves. Tell us more about the week ahead, please. Deep knowing. Card number 43, a deep knowing. On the bottom we have TikTok in reverse. Okay, again, I think the TikTok in reverse, like if it's upright, that's like, okay, time's a ticking, we got to get moving. But when it's in reverse here, it's like, you don't need to rush things. And a lot of you might have some worries, like, oh, I'm getting older. When will I meet my person? I should be more established. You're comparing yourself to others. No, it's okay to slow down this week, and you don't need to compare yourself or your timeline. Sometimes slowing down will help us get ahead faster, actually. And I feel like you have this deep knowing that everything will be okay, and that, you know that this is what's best for you. You have a deep knowing, like, deep down what your body needs. I think you were drawn to the slow down card because your body needs to slow down and rest this week. You need to spend more time with yourself. And the deep knowing too, and the Queen of Cups here, like the contemplation, all of that energy that keeps coming through here, all these messages, it's like inside what to do next. So by slowing down, by going within, you will get those answers. When we're always busy, when we're not rested, when we're stressed, we're not going to get those clear messages or that intuition that's, telling us what to do from our higher self, what's best for us. We could miss that. So slow down this week, and you're going to get a lot of clarity, a lot of insight on, what's next on your path. Let's get an astrology card now. Spirit, what? Sun, Moon, Rising. Who will be important in group number one's life this week? We have Capricorn energy coming through. And then we have Neptune, so that's Pisces. So Capricorn and Pisces energy is coming through strong. And it's interesting. Capricorn could be about our goals, having structure and rules, like just discipline in our life. And then Neptune can be, kind of hazy or unfocused or distracted. And I feel like Spirit's calling us to kind of spend time with ourselves again. Our intuition could be linked with Neptune as well, to get clarity on what it is we truly want. What are our goals? How can we get there? How can we simplify things? But again, you could be dealing with a Capricorn or Pisces this week, or maybe this is even your sign. Okay, let's get some tea leaves now. What's going on this week for group number 1, Spirit? Take care, or there will be loss of material wealth. Yeah, take care of yourself. Go within. I think you guys are definitely going to be okay with this 9 of Pentacles, but I feel like the way things are going, the stress, maybe the lack of clarity, could be potentially affecting you in the future. So, all the advice. And look at this. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. So, and I think a lot of you, this could be health related. Again, that's why we're being called to slow down, to take care of ourselves, to go within, spend some time with reflection, looking towards the past and learning from it, and then shifting our goals and shifting our actions accordingly. This will help with our health, with our material wealth, with our relationships. What is the animal spirit energy of the week here? We have the eagle, and that's all about getting a higher perspective. Yes, you are being called to take that time to rest, to go within and get that perspective, that higher perspective here. Now let's get a message quick from the guidebook and see if there's anything else. The noble eagle emanates the light of the sun. This great bird is both physically and spiritually strong and represents mastery over the elements of fire and air. When the eagle appears, you'll soon be thrown into the karmic fire for the sake of your transformation. The eagle pushes us to be our best and brightest selves and stops at nothing to see us shine. Grasp the sun of your talents and hold on for the ride. You are stronger than you think, eagle child. Yes. So when this energy is in balance, it's bright, radiant, challenges. When out of balance, controlling. To bring into balance, step into the unknown. That is a message that keeps coming through again and again. It's time to step into the unknown, to try new things, to do new things. And also stepping into the unknown could be stepping into our inner world, into our shadow that we've been suppressing. Now let's get your, crystal of the week. We're going to go with that one that just fell right there. I know more fell, but what is this crystal? I wanted to come out so badly here. Charoite. Unconditional love, healing, romance. Charoite, a rare purple stone with a pearly luster, is exclusively found in Sakha Republic of Siberia, Russia. Its discovery dates back to the 1940s, coinciding with the construction of the Trans-Siberian Railroad in the Soviet Union. Known as the stone of unconditional love, charoite inspires us to express love more freely in all aspects of our lives. It aids in releasing toxic relationships, making space for healthier and more empowering connections. With a very romantic energy, charoite works hard to help us find our happily ever after. So when to use it? For open communication and relationships, when healing from heartbreak and manifesting love. Ooh, I think this is powerful. So the affirmation of the week. I value myself enough to say goodbye to toxic ties. I value myself enough to say goodbye to toxic ties. This is what we're holding on to from the past, right? What we've been grieving. The past that's come up. So you guys can screenshot this, write it down so you can say it throughout the week. Say it with me now. I value myself enough to say goodbye to toxic ties. Ooh, I feel that one strongly. Beautiful. So you guys can work with that energy this week. And now we're going to wrap up your reading by answering a question you have. You guys are new here. I'll explain a little bit. So what I'd like you to do is state out loud or in your head a question you would like the answer to. And what I'm going to do is draw 3 cards here, and you're going to use your intuition to see how this answers your specific question. Maybe it's one of the cards, maybe all of them. And then we'll also see what wants to come through, if anything, from Spirit as well from these cards. So again, what I would like you to do is state out loud or in your head a question you would like the answer to. Pause the video if you need more time. Ooh, Spirit, what is the answer to the viewer's question? Okay, we have a no. Take action. Big happy changes. And on the bottom we have trust. Okay, just Spirit's like, maybe things you're wanting aren't exactly happening right now. But big happy changes are coming, and Spirit wants you to trust. So take action. Again, this is all about going within and getting clarity and adjusting your actions, making changes to how you're treating yourself, your mindset, like, and also, action towards your goals. Before taking this action, you're really being called to go within and get that clarity here. Do that reflection, look to the past, see what's worked, what hasn't, and then you'll be able to take smarter action moving forward. All right, group number 1. Oops, sorry, I hit the camera. That concludes your reading. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got value from the reading. If you did, please subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, leave a comment. If you would like to book a private reading with me, you can do so on my website, kittyrising.com. Oh yeah, I just looked. It's 1111. Make a wish. It could be definitely your angel number of the week along with 33. But sorry, I just happened to look down for a reason. So make your wish. And yeah, so sorry, I lost my train of thought because of that. But if you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do so on my website, kittyrising.com, link below. Thank you all again so much for being here. I truly am so grateful for each and every one of you. I love you so, so, so much. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, group number 1. I love you. Have a great week. Welcome, group number 2, to your weekly reading. You were drawn to this beautiful card here. Before we get started, I just want to take a moment and say thank you. Thank you all so much for being here. You're all so welcome and so loved in this space. Thank you to your spirit guides, to my spirit guides for assisting with the reading today. And thank you, Spirit, for your clear and accurate messages. So we're going to see how this card that you're drawn to fits in with the rest of your reading. But when this card appears, it says, it's really a reminder that you have this divine team around you. You have your spirit guides, which includes ancestors, angels, ascended masters. So whatever's going on in your life, you're being called to kind of take a step back and ask for the help you need, whether it's this physical healing, emotional things going on in your external world. But that could just be some guidance for some of you coming through. Let's see now what's going on this week. Spirit, what can group number 2 expect the next 7 days to happen? Or are they going to experience? We have here the feminine. This is so cool. This is, I mentioned this in the intro. I don't know if you saw, but I'm working with brand new decks here. But I like this one. So it's upright. Well, in this position, it's feminine energy is coming through here rather than the masculine. And that is something that came through in group number 1 in a different way. But anyways, work with your healers. Healing, feminine energy is being highlighted, going within your creativity, your intuition, receiving. I think this is a week of receiving. You even see these hands opening up here to receive. And let's see what this is about. What are you receiving this week? I think for a lot of you, there's healing coming. I'll shuffle this the wrong way. Spirit, tell us more. What's going on the next 7 days for group number 2? Oh, the devil. So I think that we're healing from this devil energy. So in the tarot, I know this is an oracle card, but in the tarot, the devil can represent sometimes addictions, bad habits, toxic relationships, toxic behaviors, thought patterns. So what is it that you need to heal this week? This is the week to go within, to heal, to acknowledge this energy and to release this energy. I think we should read the guidebook for this one. I'm intrigued to see what they say, if it's a similar message to um, the tarot. But this is from the Fairy Tale Heroine Oracle. And I always link, if you guys are curious or have your own decks, I always link what I use in my videos in the description. And my AC just kicked on. Sorry, I forgot to turn it off. We're just going to go with it, okay? If you can hear it, I apologize. But the devil in fairy tales is a malign character who wants to possess the heroine to steal away her soul. He tempts her with riches and good fortune. So it's not surprising that making a pact with him might seem on the surface to be a winning strategy, but there are consequences for dealing with the devil, and the devil always deceives. He'll tempt us onto a path of instant gratification at the expense of our long-term growth and well-being. In some stories, the devil acts as archetypal trickster, and at the heart of the trickster archetype is disruption. When a situation is stagnant or isn't working, in comes a trickster to break something and set the world into motion again. The breaking isn't always comfortable, but quite often it's necessary to make room for the new and to kickstart its progress. This card warns us to be careful about who we trust and encourages us to see through the disguises the devil might wear to mislead us. What we require above all when faced with the devil is an attitude of wariness, of perception, and discernment. So the question here is, what's tempting you? And can you see through the surface appearances to discern the truth of the situation you're facing? Interesting. All right, I'm just going to go shut the air off really quick. I'll cut that out 1 second. Okay, apologies for that. It should kick off any moment now. Let's keep going. I'm going to get a conjure card now. Spirit, tell us more. We have the Four of Clubs in reverse here, and we see a field. What I'm getting from this, well, we always like to look in the guidebook for the conjure cards, but there's something that's no longer producing product for you. Like the field's no longer producing, the fruit, the vegetables, whatever it is. There's something that maybe you've been putting attention to, whether it's a relationship that's not really giving you any gain, any reward, any outcomes that you desire anymore. And I think this is a week that we're recognizing that, this energy. Again, I think for a lot of people, this is a relationship, but it could be other things, habits, etc., that maybe once really worked for you, but now you're not getting the results you want or feeling as good about it. So you're being called to go within, to do this inner work, to reflect on it, to heal this and let it go. Spirit, tell us more. What else? What's the meaning of this card? Reverse, the card shows that things aren't ideal for what you're trying to do, plan, or go after. The land is barren here. Find another piece of land fertile for you. Yeah, we're giving our time, our energy into someone, something that is not giving us any results or not giving us what we need and isn't like equal to the amount of energy we're putting forth into it. I feel like there's been a lot of energy of giving and not receiving, and you're being called to recognize this. And no matter if you identify as feminine or masculine, we all have both energies here. But this week, you're being called to be more in the receptive mode, to receive the healing you need, and cut off people that aren't giving you what you need, that aren't supporting you, they're only taking from you. Tell us more, please, Spirit. Let's get some tarot out, and then we'll get more oracle and not more cards. We have a lot of decks around here to use as usual. Okay, Spirit, tell us more. What's going on this week for group number 2? The Four of Swords. And adjust things a little bit. I apologize. Okay. Four of Swords in reverse. I feel like there's a need to slow down and rest. You might be overworked, overgiving. Again, can you spend more time resting, going within, meditating? Sometimes this card shows up when we need to do that a bit more. We got a lot of fours coming through for you today. King of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, this card in my relationship readings, oftentimes the King of Pentacles shows up for me in reverse when someone is not investing their time into you. They're not investing like their energy. They're not valuing you the way you need or the way you're giving to them. So I think for a lot of you, this is who this person is. There's someone that's not giving back to you, not valuing you and all that you do. And maybe there's a little toxicity here, a little bit of a codependent relationship, or a lot of things. Death, yeah. And this is the week we let that energy go. Again, this could be something with habits or addictions or something like that. But for a lot of you, this will be a relationship. It could be with an earth sign or a Scorpio, but it does not have to be. Maybe even Capricorn. Well, Capricorn is earth energy. We have Capricorn coming through twice, Taurus, Virgo, Scorpio coming through so far. But Death card is a time to release what no longer serves us. Who no longer serves us? So for a lot of you, there could be the next 7 days, the ending of a relationship, but it's for the best. Your divine team is like cheering you on. They're saying this is not giving you what you need. It's a barren land here. It's not leading anywhere. And your intuition has been telling you this, group number 2. You have been getting these messages, but maybe this person's charming or the situation seems promising, but is it all talk, like no action? Time to really examine that this week. And spend more time in reflection and meditation because you are getting these messages. And also listen to your body. Your body tells you so much. But when we're constantly busy or doing so much, not spending that time with ourselves, we can miss out on those subtle cues. Yeah. This is staying in a situation that's no longer emotionally satisfying. The thing is, you're not truly stuck. You can leave or make changes at any time. You might feel like you're tied to this person or this situation, but the truth is you're not. It all comes down to our choices and our beliefs and our actions. I think we're off center. Let me look at this. I must just be placing these a little off. One of these days we're going to get a monitor so I don't have to stand up in the middle of the reading and look. I keep apologizing too much. Is that something we all tend to do in this group? Do we overly apologize even when we shut it? Okay, but something to think about too. And what's on the bottom here? The Page of Wands. You're ready for a new chapter, a new adventure. Something new is on the horizon for you, but we've been clinging on to something else, something that's ready to die, not literally die, but ready to let go of. Mm-hmm. Maybe we keep hoping that, when we change, someone will change, situation will change, but really we can only change ourselves. Okay, I'm being like overly. Okay, let's keep going. Let's get some more cards here, Spirit. Please tell us more. I'm sorry, that's probably really annoying to some people. Tell us more, please, Spirit. We have thoughts coming out in reverse. So something that could be this devil energy for a lot of us could be negative thinking. Expecting bad things to happen, worrying a lot, just kind of spiraling in our thoughts here. And that could be kind of preventing us from moving forward in our life. And that's something we're being called to heal. And again, we don't need to do it all on our own. We can call on our healers. on our spirit team. We can actually call on actual healers in this physical plane as well. Those we trust, therapists, mentors, coaches, guides, friends. And we might be spending a lot of our time thinking about someone that maybe isn't thinking about us or isn't giving us their energy. Again, that keeps coming through. We have the house here. And on the bottom. So this pairing in Lenormand, the broom or the whip can talk about arguments, disagreements. It also talks about things that repeat, repetitive nature. So I feel like maybe there's someone that you allow in your safe space that, you argue, or the same things keep happening, the same patterns keep happening. They say they'll do something and then they go back to how they were. This pairing can also be an indication that it's time to clear the energy in our home. To, especially if there has been arguments in the home or been sad, or, maybe the windows have been closed for a while, time to let fresh air in, let sunshine in, declutter your space. That could be really good, really great for you this week, especially if you're making changes in your life and trying to let go of any toxic energies around you. Triumph. And this is a card showing up to say there will be triumph over your troubles. Whatever you're going through, whatever's going on, you're going to get through this and you're going to be triumphant. Things are going to go really well for you. I know it might seem really difficult right now, especially, the devil energy. This isn't easy. Just because we have this devil energy showing up, like, it doesn't mean the person we're talking about or is all that bad, but it's just not right for us anymore. The person's not right for us anymore. The habits aren't right for us anymore. The negative thoughts, whatever it is. So it's not always easy to let go, but when you really do this inner work and reflect on this, ask for help, you let go of this energy, things are going to go so well for you. And I can't help but notice that red flag in there. When we spend time in reflection, going within, you might be recognizing some red flags within people or situations in your life, and that'll help you, more easily get out of a situation, make the changes you need. I think you guys are really on the precipice of a new chapter in life that's more exciting, that's adventurous, that's full of success and abundance. And there's just this thing in our life that's holding us back. Yeah, it's not just another person, it's our actions too. And it's time to claim that and take responsibility for our lives and our happiness and our well-being. Some more, please. Thinker. Isn't this interesting? We have thoughts coming up, thinker. A lot of fours. I think your angel number of the week is definitely 44, 444. Maybe some of you guys are already seeing this a lot or expect to. And that's also a reminder of all the angelic energy, all the spiritual, divine energy you have around you, all the spirit team that's wanting to help you and guide you. And I think they really have been giving you messages again, but we've been distracted. We've been distracted by this situation, by these people. So also this is a reminder this week we're cleaning up our thoughts, we're identifying thoughts, patterns we have that aren't healthy. Maybe we're saying positive affirmations to help us when we catch ourselves. But really paying attention to our thoughts, transforming our thoughts is going to lead to this triumph, this success here. Let's get an astrology card. Let's see. We'll get to see who this is, or who's important in your life this week, and any additional messages. Sun, Moon, Rising. Who's important in group number 2's life this week? We have Soul showing up, so this is Leo energy. And then we have Aries. What else? Fiery energy. Aries and Leo coming through strong. But when I was thinking of Soul too, I was thinking self, like identity. And then Aries is and I don't mean this in a negative way, but is more self-focused. The first few signs of the zodiac are like, so this Aries energy, this Leo energy, I feel like this is the week to focus on yourself, on what's best for you, on what makes you feel good, on what you want, and not letting others interfere with that, not letting others dim your light or stop you from, having, like, going after your passions or having the relationships you want, whatever it is. All right, let's get some tea leaves now, I think. Yeah, or should we let's get your animal spirit of the week. I feel like doing that now, and then we'll get some tea leaves. I want to see what animal spirit is around you. Or you know your angel number. The gazelle. I think of them as just beautiful creatures that are light, that move pretty quickly, right? But let's see, what is the message here with the gazelle? And doesn't it look like the sun is behind the gazelle? Spirit, what is the message of the gazelle? Heightened awareness, ability, vulnerable. The gazelle represents supreme grace. With every move, this awe-inspiring beauty emits sophistication and elegance. Gazelle personalities are often hyper-aware of their surroundings, bordering on hyper-vigilant, and this can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty they've spent so much time and effort cultivating. No more worrying about all those predators out there in the wild. When this card appears, it's time to get back to the present moment. Sit down, find your breath, and acknowledge the bounty that surrounds you. Let it nourish your gentle spirit. So when in balance, gazelle energy is graceful, perceptive, artistic. When out of balance, you can have food allergies, insomnia, a racing mind. To bring into balance, do yin yoga, cozy home, good food. This makes so much sense because we have all this being in our head energy. Spirit's calling us to be more in our body. That's that feminine energy. Be more in our body, be more present. We already talked about going within, but so again, now we can do yin yoga in a cozy home. That's confirmed here again, like making sure our home feels like a sanctuary, getting rid of negative energy, making it clean, safe, comfortable. Now it's also suggesting like good, like comforting food. What makes you feel good here? This will be really, really great. Yeah, we haven't been in the present moment. We've been worried about the past, worried about the future, playing scenarios in our head that haven't even happened type thing. Like, I'm right there with you. I've noticed that recently. And I say this often, but we're all connected, right? I feel like we're all drawn here together in this space for a reason. We go through similar things, even if they're different. We have similar things going on in our life, all of us. Okay. Spirit, tell us more about the week ahead. Oh, there was a card that was upside down. Dog barking. Advice from a friend. Okay, great. Expect some advice from a friend. Remember, we were mentioning talking to someone, like not your divine spirit team, but also people around you. I think you're going to get some great advice and have someone to lean on this week for sure. Wow, another dog card. A distant friend is thinking about you. How interesting is that? A distant friend is thinking about you, and this could maybe be the friend you're getting advice from. If you've been thinking about calling a friend that lives far away or anything like that, this is definitely confirmation to reach out. And your actual dogs could be important this week for whatever reason for you. Spending time with animals at home, it could just be really healing. And animals truly are healing. Oh, we love our little furry pets, our friends, our family. All right, now let's get crystal of the week for you, Spirit. What crystal would be beneficial for group number 2 to work with this week? And can we also get an affirmation and any other messages that want to come through? Here's the crystal. Peacock copper, protection, positivity, hope. This is associated with the earth element in the third eye chakra. With hues reminiscent of a peacock's plumage, peacock copper is definitely a crowd's favorite. This captivating mineral, also known as bornite, takes shape within copper ores and frequently showcases a spectrum of vibrant colors as a result of its natural tarnishing process. Beyond its undeniable beauty, bornite holds equally fascinating spiritual significance. Regarded as a protective talisman, it envelopes those who carry it in a positive aura, casting off negativity. Much like an actual rainbow, Bornite serves as a reminder that even in life's downpours, the hope for brighter days remains undiminished. Oh, I love that. So this is when to use it during meditation, in situations where anxiety or fears may arise, and in social settings. And the affirmation here is, I choose to see the silver lining in every cloud. I choose to see the silver lining in every cloud. Love that. So you can screenshot this, write it down, so you can say it throughout the week. You can say it with me now one more time. I choose to see the silver lining in every cloud. Mm-hmm. And you're going to see the silver lining of this. You know, those of you who are dealing with toxic people, toxic situations that you're healing from it right now. You're letting things go. You're making, decisions that are important. Like one day you're going to see the silver lining of it all. And now it's part of your journey, part of your path. And now you're learning so much from this, and you can only grow and expand and evolve further from this, and it'll lead to your success in some way. So. And then if you guys don't have this crystal or don't want to get it, you can always work with the image of it as well. Beautiful. Okay. Now let's wrap up your reading by answering a question you have. So for those of you who are new here, what we do is have you state out loud or in your head a question you would like the answer to. And then I'm going to draw 3 cards here. And you're going to use your intuition to decide which card, maybe it's all of them, 2 of them, 1 of them that answers your question. And then we'll also get any additional message that wants to come through, if any from Spirit as well. So again, state out loud or in your head a question you would like the answer to. It can be about this reading, the week ahead, whatever is on your mind. Spirit, what is the answer to the viewer's question? We have no. Within the next few months, trust. And then I love it on the bottom. It says, if you believe, trust and believe that everything is going to work out for you. And maybe it's not happening this week or whatever, but you're going to see major transformation and results in your life within the next few months based on the actions, the decisions, the thoughts you have now. Our choices, our beliefs, they shape our reality. They shape our future. So again, coming full circle, your Spirit wants us to really work on healing, going within, paying attention to our thoughts, thinking about what is holding us back, what isn't healthy for us anymore, what isn't producing results for us anymore. What can we do to let go? And if we don't really know, it's time to go within, to meditate, to journal, pay attention to how your body's feeling around certain people in certain situations. And know that you don't have to settle, you don't have to stick with things that aren't right for you. And you are, again, on the precipice of a big change and a new adventure. And you don't have to do everything alone. You can call on your spirit teams, call on a friend. You are so loved. All right, group number 2, that concludes your reading. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got value from the reading. If you did, please subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, leave a comment down below. Let me know what group you're coming from, how you're doing, what you're up to this week. I'd love to hear from you. And if you would like to book a private reading with me, you can always check out my offerings and book at kittyrising.com. That's linked below. Thank you all again so much for being here. I truly am so grateful for each and every one of you. I love you so, so, so much. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, group number 2. I love you. Have a great week. Welcome, group number 3, to your weekly reading. You're drawn to this beautiful card here. Before we get started, let's take a moment, or I would like to take a moment. So thank you. Thank you all so much for being here. You're all so welcome and so loved in this space. Thank you to your spirit guides, to my spirit guides for assisting with the reading today. And thank you, Spirit, for your clear and accurate messages. What's going on this week for group number 3? Well, of course, you're drawn to this card here. You really could be letting go of something that's no longer serving you to make way for something new. I can't help but notice there's this heart here. Some of you might be letting go of past pain, past ties to someone else. Maybe you're really healed and you're ready to let go of the past and move forward in union with someone new, or get ready to put yourself out there in love or open your heart in some sort of way. Let's see how this resonates with the rest of your cards here. Spirit, tell us about the week ahead. New decks are sometimes hard to grab the cards. Here we go. Oh, that's so interesting. This card came out in the last group, but the opposite direction here. So masculine energy is the focus this week. Perhaps some of you are letting go of a masculine energy in your life or making way for a new masculine energy partnership here in some sense. But also, you're no matter what you identify as, you're being called to lean into the masculine. This is a week of action, of doing, of discipline, of consistency. Let's get more cards here. Tell us more, please, Spirit, about the week ahead for group number 3. We have the wolf. Oh, it's like Red Riding Hood. Oh, yeah. There's this message, at least for some of you, like, in the past, someone appeared to be someone safe, someone who they weren't truly. And it hurt you. And I feel like you're ready to let go of this person. Let go of the resentment, like the limiting beliefs you formed because of this painful experience. And you're ready to move forward. And a lot of you, this is moving forward in love, but this could have been being hurt by a friend, really anyone. But someone deceived you and they acted like they were something else, someone else than they were portraying, or than they actually were. They're portraying themselves as something they actually weren't. And it's seeming like safe, because right in the Little Red Riding Hood, doesn't the wolf like act like the grandma, which is like a safe thing, right? And I love that we have this person in red here. Red represents action, and we have the masculine energy. We're taking action. We're taking action on healing and moving away from things that don't serve us. This could also be a warning for some people here that someone around you isn't who they say they are. And you might realize that this week and let it go. But, just be discerning. Be discerning of who you're around, how they're portraying themselves. Like, do their actions match their words? Yeah, this could definitely be a call from Spirit to be discerning about that. Okay, tell us more about the week, please. We have the 5 of Spades in reverse. Let's see what the meaning of this is. So I was like, what is that even? It's a quilt square in reverse. So reverse, this card represents mental or emotional health concerns instead of physical. Refer to the surrounding cards. Okay, so when this is upright, it can predict maybe feeling some physical pain, but in reverse, this talks about mental, emotional stuff. Makes sense. We were talking about pain we've endured. And I feel like we're acknowledging that, we're working through it, we're ready to let that go and heal this week. Yeah, there might be some points this week where you're feeling a little overwhelmed emotionally, mentally here. And that's a sign maybe there's a shift needed. Okay, we're going to use the tarot now. Tell us more, please. Yeah, what are you ready to let go of? You're carrying around so much with you. When I said that, I saw 444 on the clock. But look at this. Look how much you're carrying. This could be talking about carrying past traumas, like things that, too many duties and obligations, too much stuff that's going on, and not enough rest or fun or things that feel good anymore. What are you ready to let go of? That is the main message today. You've been carrying around a lot, and a lot of it could be emotional stuff. And also, look, he can't see very clearly here because he's holding all this stuff with them, like in front of him. He can't see. Some of you can't see clearly right now, or you haven't been about someone's true intentions. And Spirit wants you to see clearly and not let the past cloud things or excitement cloud things. Just use your discernment. I'm not saying like everyone you're talking to right now is going to be this energy. This is just going to be for some of you. But there's some thunder and the rain just started. Spirit just wants you to be aware of this and use your discernment. Protect your heart. And we have the 10 of Cups here. Look at these 10s. 10s are the number or 10 is a number of endings and new beginnings. It really is talking about beginnings here, because when you reduce it in numerology, it's a 1. But I think you guys are ready to let go of something that was really upsetting, really caused a lot of emotional anguish, really hurt. This could be breaking up, a breakup, something with your family even that could be affecting you. And you know why you're being called to let go of this energy and clear it and heal it? And I feel like you guys have been on this healing path. It's because new love is coming for you, a new emotional beginning. Wow, 111 is definitely your number of the week, 111. And when I see that number, to me personally, when I see 111, it's a reminder to me that my thoughts create my reality. So maybe you're hanging on to some negative thoughts, like all men, all women cheat, or everyone's a liar, or whatever it is. All of us, I'd say, we have limiting beliefs and things that we hang on to based on our past experiences. That a lot of our healing journey is about recognizing this and shifting that. Because there's been toxic energy around you. There's been toxic relationship, people that hurt you, bad thoughts, bad habits that we've been hanging on to, and it's time to address that and let that go this week. Yeah, there's been deception, and there could be current deception going on too. You're healing from deception. Spirit doesn't want you to repeat a cycle or a pattern or have this happen, even if it has in the past. There's someone who's not who they say they are around you that's maybe manipulating you in some way or trying to get something from you. And what this is going to be different for each person, but Spirit wants you to recognize that. Okay. And we have the 3 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, this could be things not maybe working out exactly as you wanted. Sometimes we idealize people or things because we want a specific outcome so bad. And Spirit's calling us like, is there someone in our life that's not really, again, actions aren't matching their words, or things just aren't progressing with them, or whatever. Spirit really wants us to identify this energy. And just because it's not working out with them or didn't work out with people in the past doesn't mean you can't find love or have the love you want and you deserve and you are worthy of that. I'm going to straighten this a little bit. Because the 3 of Wands in reverse could talk about delays or sometimes people not working well together, like teamwork, like issues in communication and with the whole system here. So I think that's definitely Spirit wanting you to identify maybe someone's not who they say they are. They're not doing the things they say they will. Maybe they're kind of repeating a pattern of someone in the past. Spirit wants you to really open your eyes this week and to recognize this and be open to letting go. And again, this just could be internal dialogue stuff, but it could also be someone in your real life this week. Okay. Tell us more, please, Spirit. What's going on this week for group number 3? And the cat's here with us. We have high honor in reverse. Yeah, there's something with disrespect coming through. Wow, and then we have thief on the bottom. Yeah, there's someone that isn't being very respectful, deceptive behavior. The thief card came out and the 7 of Swords, which shows someone literally like stealing in this card, but a lot of times it's talking about manipulation and deception in some sense. And I feel like someone just hasn't respected you. They're taking your time, your resources. Spirit wants you to really be discerning this week and pay attention to this energy, okay? And then we have matters of the heart. I really do think there is true love coming for a lot of you. The ones that are looking for it, Wow. Success in love. That's what these cards together mean. Success in love. Just because the past didn't work or because there's someone that might not be treating us, that doesn't dictate our entire dating life or what we deserve or what we're worthy of. It's time to let go of these energies of like a situationship that's not giving us the love or the attention we want, holding on to the past. whatever's been blocking us from the true love, like Spirit wants us to let that go. Where are we giving our time away to people who don't value us or don't respect us? We're clearing this energy this week, or we're definitely being guided to, so we can have that partnership, that love that we desire. And for those of you not looking for love out externally, this has to do with loving ourselves too. It all starts with that, honestly. Okay, let's get some more here. Patience. Oh, this is all about delayed gratification. Patience. Yeah, maybe, everything's not working out now, but have patience. Don't settle for less. Like, know that you're going to receive what it is you desire. You're going to get the love. You're going to get the success, recognition, whatever it is, the emotional well-being that you desire. Things take time. And there could be new love coming into your life. And maybe you're used to people in the past that like were love bombers, or like there's like butterflies and it was intense, but like when we look back and we reflect, do we see, did those relationships work out? Did they end up being toxic? Normally, yes. So it's okay to like have a slow burn with someone, like just get to know them slowly. And even if you don't feel like crazy spark or butterflies, sometimes it's actually a good thing. And to take it slow and to keep going. Why would we keep going after that same type of relationships if they didn't work in the past? It's time to be open-minded to new people, new ways of dating, or new ways of navigating life and relationships in general again. Okay, let's get one of these. We have peace in reverse. Yeah, there's someone that's been disrupting your peace. It's trying to disrupt your peace. That dysregulates your nervous system. It takes away your time. And you're being called to clean it up. Let go of that. What disrupts your peace? Your peace is precious, and it's your responsibility to maintain, really. So what is disrupting our peace, and let's let it go. Let's clean it up. This is also called, maybe like we'll be cleaning up our space, clean up the energy around you, especially if we're letting go of people and toxic relationships, toxic habits, toxic thoughts. It can also be really beneficial to actually physically clean our spaces. Open up the windows, let sunlight in, declutter. Interesting, that's come up for other people today too. Tea leaf time. Let's get some more information here. Spirit, please, what's going on this week for group number 3? Fly, a period of ill health and depression. Okay, we have 2 cards here that talk about, mental health stuff. So take care of yourself. Protect your peace. There could be someone around you that's really dysregulating your nervous system, that is just really wreaking havoc on you. Sometimes our body tells us things before we really understand. Do you feel sick around this person? Nervous? Can you not sleep? Like, pay attention to that. And also for those of you who have been feeling that depression, like we see that there's a renewal here. Like a lot of times the Ace of Cups shows up. This could be healing, especially emotionally. Healing from this energy that, was hurt us in the past. That made us feel really down. Know that love, success and love matters at the heart. Like all things in life, it is coming for you. Okay, tell us more. Mule. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Okay, yeah, a lot of us, we want people to change and we're waiting for them to change. And Spirit's like, we can't expect anyone else to change. Especially if they're like saying they will and nothing's changing in this relationship. We're the only ones that can change. And if someone's not showing up the way you want, they haven't been respecting you, taking up your time, they make you feel really anxious, all these things, the Spirit's really calling attention to you guys, to someone in your life that's time to let go of. And again, this can just be the energy of it, but this is coming through so strong for group number 3. All right, let's get more cards out for you. Spirit, what is the animal spirit? What animal spirit is around group number 3 this week? And what message does it have for group number 3? The oyster. Let's see. I kind of have an idea of what this is, but let's look in the guidebook. What message does the oyster have for group number 3 today? Patient. Wow, that patience has come up twice. Secret keeper, hiding inner treasures. The focus and determination of the oyster is unmatched. Anything an oyster personality puts their mind to, they achieve with grace and charm. The only problem is, oyster types often take their inner gifts for granted. They become shy or doubtful, and this can lead to withdrawing or protecting their deepest desires in life's work. When the oyster card appears, it's important to reveal your inner treasures. What is it you've been hesitant to share? The world is waiting to see. So when in balance, the oyster energy, ooh, hear that thunder? Feels blessed, generous, masterful. When out of balance, reluctant, gripping, clams up. To bring into balance, share something. I get this sense that, maybe we feel like we haven't been able to share ourselves completely, share our emotional worlds, share how we're feeling, share what we want, what we need, maybe because of the past, being hurt. And I feel like you're being called to share, to share how you feel, what your boundaries are, whatever it is. And if someone doesn't respect that or listen to you, then that's a sign too to let them go. But I feel like we've been really closed up, closed off, and that could be, again, because of the past, something we're carrying. But we don't want to, and at the same time, we're really wanting love and connection with others. So we're going to heal that, clear that, and open our hearts a little bit more and share ourselves, because maybe we've kind of closed off because of the pain in the past. But you are truly a gift being who you are, and you don't need to be anyone different for other people. And if people don't love you and accept you for who you are, then they're just not your people. Okay? All right, now let's get a crystal. What crystal would be beneficial for group number 3 to work with this week? And what message do you have? What affirmation as well? Ooh, is this labradorite? Yeah, I love it. Courage, transformation, motivation. This is perfect. It's associated with the element of water in the throat chakra. As if capturing the very essence of the northern lights, labradorite is a mystical-looking gem that showcases enchanting iridescent colors. Found in Canada, Finland, and Russia, this gem is often called the Stone of Transformation or the Stone of Courage, and rightly so. Beyond its aesthetic allure, labradorite is a potent tool for spiritual growth and self-discovery. It empowers you with the boldness and motivation you need to rise up to life's challenges and to keep evolving. I love this. Where's mine? I know I have some somewhere around here. I usually do. Oh, I moved the one that was on my desk to my bedroom. Okay, but anyways, it says when to use it. Meditation and introspection, dream work, shadow work, and other self-discovery practice. Right. And the affirmation, I choose to step out of my comfort zone, knowing that growth lies beyond it. I choose to step out of my comfort zone, knowing that growth lies beyond it. Ooh, I love this. And it's crazy how it's storming right now. I don't know. It just feels special right now. Group number 3, I think this is my reading too. I think we're going through the same things. But anyways, you guys can screenshot this, write it down so you can say it throughout the week. Say it with me. I choose to step out of my comfort zone, knowing that growth lies beyond it. Beautiful. So if you guys want to work with labradorite this week, or to say the affirmation and work with an image, whatever you feel called to do so, that seems very powerful. And it will give you the courage to let go of certain people or situations, and also to do that inner work and that healing, that transformation that is upon you. Powerful stuff. Oops, I'm like shuffling these. Okay. I'm mixing up the 3 different piles of the cards for our final portion of the reading today. So for those of you who are new here, we're going to have you state out loud or in your head a question you would like the answer to. So this could be about the reading itself, the week ahead, or anything that's on your mind. So what we'll do is we'll draw 3 cards, and you'll use your intuition to see how these cards answer your question. It could be all of the cards, 1 or 2 of them. This is a little test of your intuition. You can see how it resonates, and we'll also see what else wants to come through from Spirit, if anything, as well. So again, state out loud or in your head a question you would like the answer to. Pause the video if you need more time. Spirit, what is the answer to the viewer's question? You got a hell yes. I say hell yes because it has an exclamation point. There's one just regular yes and a yes with exclamation point. Yes, yes, yes. And wow, my cat's feeder is going off. That's like more noise. It's like, yes, that's confirmation for group number 3. Okay, tell us more, Spirit. Take action. Oh, that masculine energy. Take action on what you want, your dreams, and letting go. Whatever it is you're asking about, take action. And what else, Spirit? Peaceful resolution. And the situation will improve. I guess there's 4 cards. I always say 3 because sometimes I end up, my intuition tells me to look at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, your life is going to improve. Everything will work out if you have this hard conversations with people, with yourself. Your love life's going to improve. You're going to improve. We just got to sometimes take action, work on ourselves, heal, change our thoughts, let go of what no longer serves us. Say yes to what serves us. But yeah, use your intuition, see how these answer your specific questions, group number 3. And that concludes your reading. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got value from it. If you did, please subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video. It really helps me out. And leave a comment down below. Let me know what group you're coming from, how this resonated, what you're up to this week. I love to hear from you. And if you would like to book a private reading with me, you can always check out my offerings and do so on kittyrising.com. That's linked below. Thank you all again so much for being here. I truly am so grateful for each and every one of you. I love you so much. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, group number 3. I love you. Have a great week.